Yeah, I'm running so wild. Keep my trust in no one, that's how money go wild. No, I don't love money, but I do like having it. I be giving it away and hope it coming back.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Of course, Demetrius Shepard here, DNS Speak, also with Meat Market Trading. You can go to my YouTube channel, just do a search, for Meat Market Trading. You can find out, how I go into the market and what I do. I have some questions about how do I trade. So I create this presentation to just show you how I trade and how I take my risk and how I take my profit, just the mindset that goes along with trading, because trading is something that you have to be disciplined. I've been trading for over 3 years now, and it's taken me a while to get to the place of discipline. But I think, if you treat it the way that I'm saying treat it, then that's when you'll really get disciplined. You'll really get focused, and you'll really be successful when it comes to the market. So without further ado, let's jump right in and let's talk about how we trade and why I trade the way I trade. Now, first thing first, you want to manage your trades. Once you clear, I like to lower my risk. So let's say if I'm taking a 3% trade and I clear it, that means I win that 3% trade, then I immediately lower my risk, so that the only thing that I'm risking is now what I just made. I'm not risking what my account balance was. That's a good way to secure profit. That's a good way to, keep being profitable in trading. Sometimes, if I'm doing a 1% trade or a 2% trade, then I may keep my percentage there. It just depends on how it's looking and how I'm feeling when I'm in the trading, and again, I do 3 sessions a day. I do 1 to 3 sessions a day. So I'm only trading with other people 1 session a day, but I myself, when it comes to my account, I trade at 1, 2, sometimes 3 sessions a day. Okay. But you only get a glimpse of one of those sessions. You don't get a glimpse of all 3. I don't trade live with all 3 of my sessions. I just don't do that. I'm not feeling that right now. Maybe that'll be down the road, but right now it's not there. That's not what I'm doing. All right, let's keep it going. Now, what I want you to understand is that risks are important, because risks are important. That's how much you are risking. That's how much you are willing to lose. So most people overtrade or over risk, I should say. And when they over risk, that means, and then they get upset, they get mad, or they think the market's rigged, or they think so many, it's a conspiracy or whatever their mind goes. That's because they're probably over risking. You're risking more than you're willing to lose. Never risk more than you're willing to lose. Like I heard it said, never let someone borrow something that you're not willing to get back. That's the same thing when it comes to trading, guys. The same mindset. Never risk more than you're willing to lose, because if you do that, you will be upset, and you will, be breathing hard, blowing on, the screen, and hoping that it's going to go in your way. Hey, no, you want to be a disciplined trader. You want to trade what you believe is happening, and you want to trade so it goes in your favor. Okay. Now, what we like to trade when you trade with me, we like to trade a half of a percent. We like to trade 1%, and we like to trade 3%. I'm gonna say that again so you can understand. We like to trade half of a percent, not 0.5%, right? Listen to me. Half of a percent. Half of, what's that percent that we're trading half of? We're trading half of 1%. Again, half of 1% is what we're going to trade. We're going to trade 1%. And we're also going to trade 3%. Now, don't continue to trade a bunch of 3%. I'm going to say that now. I'm going to clear that. Don't keep doing that over and over again, because, you can clearly be out the game, because the most that we want to lose is 6%. You trade 2-3%, you out, and you lose them, you out the game. So you might want to do half of 1%, a 1% to start off, and then a 3%. You know what I'm saying? That just, you want to be very strategic in how you're doing that. Okay, guys? All right, let's go through it. How do you calculate half of 1%? You take the beginning balance, right? You take your beginning balance. Say you got a $400 account. So you'll take $400. That's your beginning balance. You're going to multiply that by 0.005. Again, guys, I said you're going to multiply that by 0.005. You're going to multiply that by 0.005. Y'all see that? 0.005. That's your beginning balance, $400, and you're going to multiply it by 0.005. Now, excuse me, I'm sorry. And you're going to take that amount that you get once you multiply that, and you're going to write that amount down. Write it down. Listen, write it down. Make it visible. So as you get ready to execute your trades, all you gotta do is just quickly type that amount in there. All right. Let's keep it going. Now, you're going to also trade that 1%. How do you calculate the 1%? You take your beginning balance, the same $400 in your account, multiply it by 0.01, not by 0.1, not by 1. You're going to multiply it by 0.01. That's going to give you your 1% trade. Y'all see that? That's going to give you your 1% trade. Now, once you do that, you're going to write that amount down. Again, I can't stress that enough. Write it down. Write that amount down, guys. Write it down. Write that amount down, guys, because that is going to give you a quick glimpse as to what your 1% is. So if you have to type it in, you can quickly type it in, and then you can execute your trade. All right, let's keep that going. Next, we are going to do a 3% trade. So how do you take that? You take your same beginning balance and you're going to multiply it again, guys. You're going to take that beginning balance, you're going to multiply it by 0.03. Multiply it by 0.03. I'm going to say it for the third time, 0.03. That's going to give you your 3%. And you're going to write that amount down. So if you got to quickly get the 3%, you can just type it in. Boom, there you go. That's how that works. Now, let's keep it going. Our presentation. Let's keep it moving. The most you want to lose during our session is 6%. The most you want to ever lose during any session is 6%. That's whether you're trading with me, a favorite trader that you like to trade with, or somebody you know, or whatever. The most you want to lose 6%, then you're going to do what, guys? You are going to stop. Now say it another time. Stop. That's what you're going to do. Once you lose 6%, you stop trading. So now, what that look like? If I trade session 1, let's say I'm doing that live with a group of people, I lose 6%. I'm out the game. I'm done. Peace. See you later. Then I come back my second session, whatever time that is. Then I trade. I lose 6%. I'm out the game. I come back a third time for the day and I trade and I lose 6%. I just lost, guys, how much? 6 plus 6 plus 6, that's 18%. I'm upset a little bit, not for real, but I'm not blowing my account. You see what I'm saying? I'm not blowing my account because I'm done. But if you make the 3%, you done. Remember that. That's what our goal is. You may not know that. Let me show you. Let me go into that slide. I'm jumping ahead. All right, jumping ahead. All right, you're risking small amounts. You're risking small amounts. What are those amounts? Those are small amounts are half of 1%. So what does that mean? What does that look like? That means that's 50 cents for every $100 in your account. 50 cents for every $100 in your account. Now, we're risking 1%. What does that look like? That's $1 for every $100 in your account. If you trade on pocket option like I do, then the minimum trade you'll ever be able to do anyways is 1%. So somebody say, well, how can I do 0.5% if I only have $100? Bingo. Guess what? You can't do it. You're only going to be able to do 1% trades. All right. Next, 3% risk that means that's $3 for every $100 in your account. So if you got a $200 account, then the max you're going to be risking is $6. If you lose that shouldn't be any sweat off your back. You know, you should be able to be like, okay, cool, I can continue to trade. But once you get to that 6% loss, you're done. All right, let's keep that moving. Now, you're risking small. We're going to keep seeing that. Let's go to our next part. Here we go. So now, this is what I was saying earlier. I jumped the gun a little bit, but now I can go into detail. Our goal is to make 1.5 to 3%. I'm gonna say that again. Our goal is to make 1.5 to 3%. Once you make 1.5 to 3%, you're done. You know what I'm saying? You can stop once you make 1.5%. You ain't got to even get to the 3%. But once you get to 3%, you are done for that session. You hear what I'm saying? Done for that session. You can come back later. You can try to hit another one. But if you hit 1.5, don't call it a day. That's 4.5%. You hit 3% first session, 1.5% second session. If you come back that third session, and let's say you hit another 1.5%, you just hit 6%. You hear what I'm saying? 6% for the day. You ain't gonna get that in most savings accounts. You know what I'm saying? You let your money just sit. Not in the day you won't, and you might get that over the course of a year, but to hit that in a day, man, that's gains. That's winning. All right. So look up here. 1.5 to 3% doesn't seem like much, but you don't make this in a savings account. Not in a day, you don't. No. Now you might, like I said, you might make it in a year with a good bank or a credit union or something, but for the most part, you ain't getting that just by letting it sit in the savings account. All right. Now let's keep it going. Let's keep it moving. Our goal is to make what? 1.5 to 3%. Once we make that, we're done. Peace out. See you later. Come back another session. All right. Now, lastly, I like to also go over scripture, and this is a scripture that I like. It says that you may be children of your Father in heaven. He causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. So what that lets me know is that the market's not biased. It's not just for kingdom people that love Jesus. It's not just for the sinners. It's for anybody that can get into it, because God is blessing. You just got to learn how to be disciplined. When you're disciplined, you can really partake of those blessings. All right. And be patient. That's fruit of the Spirit. That's what we want to operate in. And all the fruits of the Spirit, I say fruits, but the fruit of the Spirit when we're trading. All right. Here we go. This is what my prayer, my confession. Lord, give me wisdom to make accurate decisions when executing trades. So you don't want to be greedy. Help me to stay ahead of the financial kings of the money system. So now there are kings that are in this world, and they control the system. But you want to pray that you stay ahead, just like the prophet did. He was able to tell the king, hey, this is what they plan in their bed chamber. So he was able to stay ahead of the king. That's in the Old Testament. I believe it was Elijah that was doing that. All right. Help me to stay disciplined in trading. All right. You want to stay disciplined in trading. Help me to stay disciplined in trading. I didn't mean to mark through it. I'm just trying to help you to see what I'm talking about. Help me to stay disciplined in trading and not to allow the enemy to manipulate me into being lustful, greedy, and full of pride. That's in our book, The Algorithm, Breaking Algorithms. That's the title of our book, so hey, that's a whole nother story, but I'm telling you, it's good. You want to get it so you can understand how the enemy works and what he does to manipulate us into being lustful, greedy, and full of pride. And then that algorithm kick in. Next thing you know, we giving in to the algorithm and we blowing accounts. We don't want to do that. All right. That's my prayer and that's my confession. All right. Got more? All right. We just went over Matthew 5:45. Let us know that, hey, the sun is going to rise and shine on good and evil, and that it will rain on the righteous and unrighteous. All right. Now, this is what we say. I declare that the power of God is at work in me, doing exceedingly abundantly above all that I may ask or imagine. Exceedingly abundantly above my knowledge in the market. Exceedingly abundantly above my percentage of gains each session. Y'all hear that? I said how many sessions I do? Three sessions. That's what I'm hitting. All right. Exceedingly abundantly above the compounding of my account. Yeah, I want my account to compound, but I also will make withdrawals. So keep in mind, you get gains, you get clears, take that money out, man. Take it out, put it back in your pocket. All right. I declare that I have winning entries and buyers and sellers are entering the market to help my trades clear. That means we want the market to be flooded with a bunch of people pushing it up so that your trade will clear. All right. So now the strategy that I use, that's a whole nother video. Right now, this is just talking about risk. This is just talking about gains, and this is talking about how you trade and when you quit, when you stop. We stop at 3%, guys. Our goal is to get 1.5 to 3%. Once we hit that, we're done. Y'all hear me? We're done. 1.5, 3%. You're done. You gaining. You winning. And you can continue to do that. Continue to do that. Imagine if you did that for a whole year on a $400 account. Man, I ain't even tell you how much money that would be. But you can imagine it. You can see it for yourself. So the goal of mine is, to really get up there in my gains and make so much and then take that money out. That's the point. That's the goal. Somebody trying to come in and talk to me right now, so I'm gonna have to shut this down. Good thing we cleared. Hopefully I was clear. If you missed something, go back, rewind the video, watch it again so you can get understanding. You also can message me. If you message me, I'll give you I'll try my best to get to your question and respond. All right. Peace out. Talk to you later. All right, man.